Hey guys, what's up? Caleb Downing here, and today we have the Foxtrot Mike M102 pistol. Let's get into it. Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video, I just need to point something out. This is a non-standard configuration of the M102, meaning they sent me a shorter barrel than usually comes in this configuration, right? They do not have this configuration, so because of that, I had a recessed barrel inside the handguard, whereas like the muzzle device is inside the handguard, which is not a good thing, right? That's not their fault necessarily, because I requested this barrel length at the time whenever everything came in. I didn't really realize that, so I might say a couple things in this video being confused why the muzzle device is recessed into the handguard. That's kind of on me for requesting this barrel length, not so much on them because they don't sell this configuration. This is an oddball configuration that wasn't supposed to get sent out, all right? So hopefully that clears some stuff up. If I say some things about the muzzle device and stuff being a little bit weird inside the handguard, that's why. It's not their fault. It's really me for requesting a strange oddball configuration. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get this out of the way. This system was sent to me by Foxtrot Mike, direct from them, to make content, review, look at, test, see what's good, what's bad, what can be changed, how to improve it, all that kind of stuff, all right? So take what I say with a grain of salt if you have to, as always, but we give our honest opinions, right? Sometimes stuff works, sometimes stuff doesn't work, all right? Getting into this, before everybody gets their panties in a wad about proprietary parts again, because some people like to nitpick stuff about proprietary parts. Let me hit this real quick, and I'll probably have to say it 10 times in a bunch of different other videos. The M102 system is its own thing. You cannot take a mil-spec AR-15 upper receiver and put it on this lower. And you cannot take the Mike M102 upper receiver and stick it on a regular mil-spec lower receiver. They're non-compatible. Now again, before everybody gets all freaking out and throwing the P word around, proprietary, you don't get upset when you can't take a Beretta 92 magazine and put it in a Desert Eagle, right? And you don't get upset, I'm trying to think of a car analogy, I'm not thinking, you can't put a camper shell on a Honda Civic. They're not the same thing. They're not compatible, right? So, please understand that, and don't get your panties in a wad and be freaking out that stuff's non-compatible and stuff's proprietary, because that's how things work. Sometimes you have one system and you have another system. Not everything is an AR-15 just because it kind of looks like it. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. I'm sure I'll have to say that in another video, a different time, but we're gonna leave that there. What makes this guy different is that, well, a bunch of different things. He does use these magazines. These are, well, this is the one that came with it. These are 102 magazines, AK 102. I don't know the nomenclature for AK stuff. I really don't, but these are the 5.56 by 4.5 magazines, right? Not 5.5 or 5.45 by 39. Not those guys. Not those guys. This is regular American style NATO 5.56 223 ammo, right? And it is the Rock and Lock style of magazine. It comes, this one came with one. I'm not sure how many ship with if you actually buy it. I bought a couple different other ones. So far they've worked fine. These are from Palmetto State. Who makes these? WBP. I'm not sure. It's a somewhat translucent magazine. So far, running this today, haven't run a whole lot today. It's been fine. It works perfectly fine. Since it uses these magazines, this guy does not have a last round bolt hold open, because these magazines don't do that. Just like AK magazines don't have a last round bolt hold open. Some of them kind of do on the follower, but it doesn't hold the bolt open. Once you pull the magazine out, the bolt goes forward, right? So same with these things. This doesn't have a last round bolt hold open. Don't freak out about it. That's just not gonna work that way. Something that is kind of interesting is this guy does have, put that thing away, this guy does have a side charger, right? It's not your regular T-handle in the back, and I'm not sure exactly what all parts are needed for this, but this does lock open, kind of like an HK, like an MP5. It's got that big old handle, and it locks behind this piece right here, which is kind of polymer plastic, which is actually kind of smart, I think, because it's not going to gall or mar up. I don't know if gall is the right word, but I don't think it's going to scratch things up as much, and it's going to make it easy to slap the thing and make it go forward. All right, so if you're one of those kind of guys, then you should be excited about that. I am not 100% sure. I think you can switch sides on this. I need to ask them. This is really just a first round shots and stuff like that. We already shot it. But I think you can switch it to the other side. If not, it's not that big a deal, right? But it locks open and works perfectly fine as far as that goes. Let's shoot it a little bit. There we go. And get to it. Before we do shoot it, I will say my only one thing that I don't like about this right now, and I'm not sure if this is intentional, why it's made this way exactly, I do not know. But no, I can't say that again. My watch is talking to me. But the front here, you'll notice you have your muzzle device, which is it's a brake, and it works. When you shoot this thing, it actually dips. I don't know if there's any way to actually show that, but this thing actually dips whenever you shoot it. So it's like overworking. It works. Now, since it is this way, I do have to wear ear pro because that would be really loud, and I don't want to blow my ears out any more than they're already blown out. So, what do we got? Well, there's one round in that magazine. Let's not use that. Let's use one of these magazines. I think we got 20. Let's just shoot it real quick and watch the muzzle. I'll just do like 5 rounds. Watch that muzzle. I'll try to hold it still, see if it dips up, dips down, see what it does. All right, I'm not sure how that showed up, but for me, I'm just watching this dot just flutter. And instead, ooh, it does get a little bit gassy. Instead of that dot rising, like most of the time the dot rises and comes back down, it kind of goes down and then it's already settled, so you got to bring it back up. It's the opposite of a regular recoil. It's crazy. It makes you be able to really shoot. So if you really tighten it up, I mean, she runs good. Again, no last round bolt hold open. We got a click, no bang. You lock your bolt, pull out your magazine. They're a little stiff, but they are polymers, so they might break in. I'm not sure. The ones that I got, these did not come with it. This one didn't. This is just straight up polymer. There's no metal, what you call feed lips or anything like that, whatever. The one that comes with the comes with the gun, it does have metal reinforced, not feed lips, as far as I can tell, but your little locking piece is metal, and then the front right here where it rocks in, those are metal. So that is nice. That is nice. They did pay attention to that. Shoot past the camera a little bit. I mean, the way these systems work is there's no way for me to put this on my full auto lower. I wish I could. I might take that brake off and do it. This thing is very, very, very controllable. I mean, I know this is stupid to shoot it this way, but maybe with no support on the back, you can see how controllable this thing is. I mean, I'm basically just holding it, supporting it. It's very, very controllable. Like I said, this thing did come as a pistol. I think I said that earlier. It came as a pistol. I might keep it like this. I mean, it is kind of AK-ish to have this triangular kind of guy. I like to SBR stuff, so I can just do whatever I want to do with it. Might be something I do down the road. This would be cool. I've seen them, and I don't know where to get them. I've seen like AK, it's a fixed stock, right? And it is folding, but I don't know where to get those that are 1913 compatible. Right? You can get regular ones that go on an AK that fold, you know, the hard stocks, solid stocks, whatever it's called, the non-triangular ones. But I don't know if there's any that actually have they're 1913 compatible. Not sure. All right, again, no last round bolt hold open, but dang, this guy runs like a striped ape. Last round, put it on something. There you go. So anyway, that's a quick little look at this guy. We did put it on paper. I got a paper right here for you. We did put this guy on paper just slightly, and this is at like 25 yards just to kind of get everything zeroed. I gotta tell you, this is the easiest zero I think I've ever done. We had it like this. So we shot 3 rounds. And I was like, holy smokes, those are all touching. Should be at 25 yards. Should be. I thought I adjusted, and I forgot. I reset the camera, but I didn't adjust. So he fired a 4th round, and I was like, oh, I got to adjust. I adjusted down here, shot 2. I adjusted over here. Those shots in the sticker, that's 5 rounds. Which, again, 25 yards, they should all be touching. But then there's no excuses. They are touching, and they're shooting cheapy, nasty, weird brass, or not brass, steel cased ammo, that's pretty dang nice. So I'm not able to really stretch out right now. I don't have all my stuff with me, and it's a pain in the butt walking back and forth through the snow. It's like, you know, thigh deep. I'm not doing that right now. And so at some point we'll come out and put it at 100 yards, and I forgot my rangefinder, all my stuff, excuses. So I did not go out to 100 yards and actually put this on paper, but at 25, you're holding it all together like that. I'm very happy with that. All right, guys, so what do you want to see with this? This is a first round look, first shots video. Like I said, we put it on paper. It impressed me. Granted, we're at pistol ranges, or pistol distances. I do want to put it out to 100. With what it's doing, I expect that at 100 it's going to do well, but we'll see. But what do you guys want to know about the M102? And in our actual review, when we get some time behind it, we will talk about it more and hopefully shoot it more. But we'll be able to answer your questions. But if you don't ask questions, then I can't answer them for you. Like I said, though, the main thing that I've heard people ask before is compatibility issues. Upper and lower receivers are not compatible with any other mil-spec upper and lower receivers. They're their own thing, same thing. They're not compatible. However, things I do know are compatible, from what I understand, most of the lower parts kits, so like your safety, your trigger, all that stuff, you want to swap it out, you go ahead and swap it out. That's my understanding. I think, from looking at this guy, stripping it all down before I shot it, the bolt itself is compatible, right? Your firing pin, those pieces are compatible. The carrier, no. The carrier is its own thing. Recoil system's its own thing. I think you can change the barrel, from what I've been told and what I understand. You can change these barrels out. Be interesting. Not sure why you'd want to change it out, but you could. And the muzzle devices, well, if they fit inside the handguard, then they're compatible. But for now, we're stuck with this guy until we can maybe put a suppressor on there, which would be cool. This guy, this length, the 12.5-inch lengths, for me, that's just where stuff shines. Stick a little can on there. Ooh, that'd be sick. Anyway. Let me know. I'd love to hear back from you guys. What do you want to see on this thing? That's it. Appreciate Foxtrot Mike for sending this thing out. Hopefully you guys found it interesting and helpful, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.